Είμαστε απλά τεράστια κύτταρα που προσπαθούν να αυξήσουν την οργάνωση. Νοημοσύνη και ηγεσία. Όλοι πιστέψαμε ότι στον 21ο αιώνα αυτός θα είναι ο κανόνας. Εμείς θέλουμε να μειώσουμε τον πληθυσμό και τη δημιουργία των μη βιολογικών ιών. Όλοι είδαμε τη διαμάχη ανάμεσα στον Biden και στον Τραμπ. Ήταν τέρμα γελία αυτό το θέατρο. Αυτοί είναι οι πιο νοήμων και οι πιο ικανοί πολιτικοί ηγέτες της Αμερικής ή αλλιώς του πλανήτη. Δεν έχετε αναρωτηθεί ποτέ γιατί οι ηγέτες δεν είναι άνθρωποι με δικτατορικά και με μεγάλα πτυχία, και αντί αυτού είναι πολιτικοί ηγέτες που θα μπορούσε να ήταν ο θείος σου ή η θεία σου, που προωθούν μη ρεαλιστικές ιδέες έως και απόψεις που πηγάζουν από συναισθήματα.
In the beginning, there was darkness, an abyss of infinite possibilities. And then, this video is category for general public, and we're not going to talk about advanced rigor scientific discoveries like non-biological viruses where they can infect even objects. Our team of researchers like biologists and scientists of ethics and scientists of physics already made huge effort to prove based on physics that eternal death is impossible, since the nature of reality is eternal change, which could lead to reborn in terrible realities once the universe dies. The team also made effort of how we can restore even the promise of religion and establish order in current civilization by replacing politicians and change current system, and even create efficient systems of population control. If you are bored to listen a clear detail, our goal is to replace the leadership system with actual practical logical field about decision-making of society, like replacing politicians with advanced science of ethics and genius people instead. Think about it. It took 300,000 years to finally have actual civilization, thanks to technologies and science discoveries to achieve the creation of humans' rights. The technologies that supported inhumane wars helped us to understand how advanced we're currently, and that's why the idea of human rights was established by United Nations on 10th December 1948 in response to the barbarous acts and even banned slavery and child labor. As we see, everything depends on hierarchy of the leadership system and is often based on power and title. Power and titles belong to a society that value the law of jungle, which they rely on ape reprogramming. Civilizations that value the law of life and order. They value leadership based on certified fields about intelligent, which are specialized for decision-making. Life is about order, and intelligent is the highest mechanism of order that increase survival rates. So can you guess what will happen if a civilization gets too advanced without having intelligent leaderships? The result is self-termination for emotional and impulsive reasons inevitably. That's why scientists like Mikio Kaku, they said, every civilization before the transition of becoming advanced civilization, they often extinct. Violating laws of life, which is order, it is inevitable self-destruction in slow way, especially in the era of nuclear weapons and biological weapons. Every era, civilization, it has process of self-adaptation about using ways to exchange information in order to increase survival rates. For example, kings are thought to be chosen from God, and they are specialized on decision-making about their people. So what field currently is logical that can replace politicians, just like how we replaced kings and primitive leadership systems? The answer is the field of science of ethics. Denying logic and choosing random emotions will only be our downfall. Isn't it strange that you can't remember anything to a certain point and everything is black? It feels like you come out of nowhere. Suddenly, there are people who decide how to live and how to think. You call them parents, education system, and society, rarely ever relying on rigor logical scientists' thinking. We already made an educational video that is meant to change the way that all humans view life. But let's start the process of self-identification in simple manner, We want the public to know what we're. Everything have a source. That itself proves a cosmic loop that sustain eternal change, which is observed from laws of entropy and reality. We have discussed about it in the episode about multi-loops and poly-infinities. Basically, the idea of separation is illusion, and you are not a human. You are a cosmic frequency in specific atom order that is awake, just like how cells are awake, while not even a single of it is intelligent and think itself. They are literally dead objects in mechanical motion, like robots do. And yet, it is what makes your eyes to open and see reality and have thinking powers and feel original. The separation is illusion. Just like our cells, every human is the universe in specific frequency that works as unity. Since you are the universe itself, everything you think is possible with enough complexity and energy in some form. Otherwise, it would be impossible to even think about it in some form. Like fourth-dimensional objects are impossible to create or view it even in poor quality or form. So our religions with the idea of paradise about resurrection and eternal happiness basically is not impossible. The idea is blurry, but top leading scientists now translate it as intelligent universe through non-biological viruses where death is impossible. That's because you are no different than a glass, and the nature of viruses barely are discovered since the year 1892, and before they thought about curses and divine bad viruses are just noise of entropy, since absolute order was not the nature of reality. Scientists call it an anti-entropical universe, where death is impossible. We're a complexity virus that has expanded, and we expanded our virus to objects, and we call them artificial intelligence. Objects can expand intelligent and order in cosmic scales, eventually making the universe deterministic and allow a universe-scale brain to resurrect the dead and live in personal, perfect digital worlds like gods. Saving information like data and create patterns is what life does. The boring system is made for that, and that's why a super-intelligent machine system will do that. We have to put values of anti-entropical laws that come from physics itself about life.